What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 4 for Season 1, Episode 3, Firestarter. So we pick up literally where we left off last week with Tommy finding the drugs up in Liliana's place, okay? Now he like, here girl, put this cold beer jug on you, it'll keep the swelling down. She was like, oh, so you ain't do that when old girl came over there and sliced my face up with the pink sneakers. Okay, see, now I remember Pink Sneaker Girl. Okay, I remember her. I forget that Liliana used to roll with ghosts in them. I'm listening to the conversation and it's like stuff is vaguely coming back to me. It's slowly and gradually coming back to me. Like, okay, yeah. I'm looking at her and I said, that's the bitch from I don't want to call her a bitch. That's the woman from I think it's Blind Spot. Was it Blind Spot or was it I'm pretty sure it was the show Blind Spot. Okay, she played an agent on Blind Spot. I think that's what she was. I was like, girl, you look familiar as hell. But anyway, at this point, Tommy like, listen, where you get this product from? Because I know you ain't just get it from yourself. Okay, you ain't just come down here. You ain't got the funds for that. She said basically this dude let her hold it after they got into it or whatever, and he ain't coming back for it. Why he ain't coming back for it? She said, listen, out of that whole little situation that happened between me and him and whoever else, I was the only one that was left standing. I said, oh, all right, Liliana. See, I see why you was working with ghosts, okay? Liliana was just, over trying to figure out what's going on. Tommy at this point basically said, either you gonna work with me or, I'm gonna have to fuck you up, okay? That's basically it. She said, listen, I'm gonna always go with the money, okay? I don't have to like your ass, but at this point, you got a product that I need. You need some help and some services out here. So let's link the freak up and let's do what we gotta do, okay? Meanwhile, we get Vic. He going to the police station. He up there waiting for somebody to come to the desk, okay? This black lady come up there. Let me tell you this. I have a fear. I have a fear that I'm just gonna be like a very nonchalant, like, oh my God, y'all getting on my nerves type of woman black woman when I get older, okay? Because I already have that kind of attitude just a little bit now, but the way that lady was at that desk, like she was over like, yes. I don't want to be that type of person, but I just feel it because when you in customer service, if anybody did customer service, y'all understand, okay? But he was there and he asked for somebody's name and I was like, who is this? I didn't catch it right. I said it was a lot of names that was being said. I'm thinking that it was multiple people. She was like $9,500. Okay, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, so you bribing the cops or whatever? What's happening? And he put out a wad of money and he was like, here, took off a little bit, kept it with him, and then gave her the rest and was like, that's what it is, okay? And she was like, it'll be sometime, you can go sit down over there. So he gave her the rest of it and said, put it towards the children's fund or whatever. And she was like, he'll be out in a second. I said, wait a minute. Money make the situation go around, okay? Because you saw how she changed up real quick. He was there to get Simon out of jail, okay? Now, Simon said they was out there doing what they was doing. They was minding their own business. They wasn't in trouble, and some unis came up there. Some police came up there and took them out. And so at this point, they trying to figure out what's going on. He going outside. Who outside? The cop that came into Diamond's shop, okay? We found out his name is Bennigan. I said, oh, like the restaurant out here. Y'all got a Bennigan's out there? Are there still Bennigan's out here? I would never forget. Don't judge me. No, I ain't gonna put that story out there because y'all gonna judge me. Like, nah, cause that was back in my day when we was a little ratchet and I ain't had no class to me because, it was one of those situations where we ate and didn't tip. Okay, I felt bad, and I had to put that out there because it was a bad thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And we was young. I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? It was like peer pressure and everything. I'm sorry to that person that didn't get their tips. Now that I understand how, tips these waiters and servers be tipping and surviving off of these tips. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize. Right my wrongs, okay? I've been tipping ever since. I'm just saying. I can admit my faults. Can y'all? Okay? But Mr. Bennigan, I said, who, you black Irish? He said, listen, bro, just because I got a name Bennigan don't mean that we brothers, okay? I don't know what's going on because Vic was coming at him like, you were supposed to be up here trying to protect us and stop all this shit from happening. He said, listen, I'm doing my job. Whatever happened between Simon getting locked up or whatever, it ain't on our part. It ain't with the police or whatever. What you got going on is an Alderman problem, okay? I said, damn, so you got to go check them, you know? So, after that, he got a bigger problem at this point. You know, Tommy up there looking at the spider symbol on the drugs or whatever. You know, mama come out there and she got her underwears on. I said, "Ooh, what you about to do?" And it instantly gave me New Jack City feel, so I understood what was about to happen. And I was sitting there like, "Ooh, ain't you missing some stuff?" Cause Tommy said, I mean, you cute or whatever, but you ain't my type. She said, boo, don't get too full of yourself because I don't do white boys. Y'all crazy as fuck. I don't want to do that, okay? Second of all, I think she kind of gay, but it is what it is. You know, she probably go both ways. You know, she just gives me that tease. Like, everything that she's played in, she's always giving me that tease. Like, she can go either or, okay? But mama said, you should already know this. You know, you cut the stuff up so you won't get the stuff on your clothes, so that's why you take all your stuff off. And so she getting the stuff prepared. Tommy ain't cut and did all this stuff in a minute, so he looking at what she doing, even though the ingredients is right there. Mind you, Ashley was taking a mental note just because, listen, just in case times get hard, just in case my next boo is a trap bitch. Baby, you want me to cut your stuff? Cut this stuff off on me real quick. Okay. Now, how much do you need me to put up in there? How much baking soda do you want me to cut this? Oh my God. I was sitting here like, okay, cool. You know, she was like, give me some time. It's going to take me all night to cut this all up. Okay, because he was studying it. He was like, okay, cool. And he was like, you know, next thing you know, she brought up Ghost, and she was like, Ghost didn't do this or whatever. He was like, well, Ghost ain't come. She asked, was Ghost coming down? He said, no, Ghost ain't coming down because Ghost is dead. And, you know, she wound up saying RIP for Ghost and, you know, let's do this for him and all this stuff. And I was like, oh. And even Tommy was giving her props like, listen, if I would have known that you was in a dope game like this and you knew how to cut like this, you would have just been a runner. We would have had you doing what you doing, you know, putting your shit to work. And so they was talking about the splits, how they gonna split the stuff. He said 70-30, 70 going to him. Juliana, is her name Juliana? Liliana. She said, listen, bitch, no, okay? And I said, you know what? After her doing all of the work, basically, and you just dropping it off, okay, she got the drugs for you. She cutting it up and probably putting it in the little baggies or whatever, and you want to get most of the stuff just because you're going to be selling. Girl, no, we going to 50-50. And so at this point, you know, Tommy couldn't help but agree, all right? So we get that. Tommy comes over his brother's place, or I should say his grandmother's place where his brother JP is staying. And, you know, he's talking about the upstairs is gutted. They basically stand downstairs. They find this wall. They got their heights on there, and they realize that they both was there, but at different times, okay? You know, and I've always wanted, like, if I had a kid, I always say, if I have a kid, I'm going to do that, okay? That is the cutest shit to me, okay, to measure their heights and stuff. You know, especially if I have a little boy, be like, oh my God, you're like 6 feet tall. You know, but anyway, so, he had an issue with the money, okay? He had an issue with the money. He was like, listen, this money right here, you know, I'm going to have to take this back. You're going to have to take this back because I don't feel comfortable with it. And was like, I don't know where you got it from. He was like, money don't have no soul, okay? Money don't have no conscience, so go ahead and take it. He was like, but I do. Okay, so where did you get it from? I don't know where you got it from. He was like, okay, so it's bad to take money from somebody who closed out some laundromats and some clubs and other businesses and came down here for that. He trying to make it seem like the shit is legit. I said, Tommy, that's all what drug dealers do to wash their money. So all you just said was, that would have perked me up and said, oh, so this is where you wash your money at, huh? Okay, that's all I would have thought about. But at the same time, I get where the brother's coming from. He's trying to be clean with it, okay? But Tommy is just trying to help him out. And then he said, well, bitch, what, you know, what is the price that you really need? Okay, tell me, bitch, girl. At this point, this man said, let me get the number right. Hold on. He said 100,000 $196,223. That's damn near $200,000. I wish he would have just rounded up and kept the rest for himself. Okay, I said, what the fuck you need all that money for? Is that for the bar? Or is that for the house? Is that for everything? Because at this point, I'm confused. They were asking, Tommy was asking the whole question about how was the grandmother being, taken care of in the nursing home, who was paying for the stuff. And JP only answer was, I guess it's a trust because he ain't paying for it. The daddy ain't paying for it because he came into the life, back into her life when she was in the nursing home. So obviously it must be a trust or something. They was like, we probably can get some answers from. Tommy said, don't you say that because she ain't got shit. I said, damn. Tommy really don't fuck with Kate no. Meanwhile, you got Gerard. You got Jared. What is his name? Jared. We got Jay and Diamond walking down, and they like on the baseball field, and he's talking about getting the money and renovating the baseball field, and fixing it up from what they didn't have. Diamond whole thing is he don't want to use drug money to do that, okay? And Jared is just like, Gerard is just like, who gives a fuck? Don't nobody care where the money comes from. Nobody is going to be asking where this money comes from. As long as they see the good stuff that's being done, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Diamond and his brother really are on two different paths, okay, as the way they see the street things. Diamond is in the process of rehabilitating himself, okay? He's still in the life, but he's not so heavy in the life and thinking the same things that he used to do. He's mature, okay? And I feel like his next step is him trying to get completely out. But then his brother is going to stay. And it's going to be some drama because he probably want his brother out that shit too. I said, family shit. Don't work with him like that. So Tommy comes in, and I guess this is the next day, and he telling Liliana, get your ass up. I hope I am saying her name right. Is it Liliana or Juliana? Either way, get up, okay? Because, we got to go ahead and get this stuff done. She was like, she asked if we had some coffee because, she got to get some energy or whatever because she got to cut for another crew. Baby, they ain't had nothing up in there, so they just said, listen, fuck, we got to see if the supply good anyway, so let's get a bump. I said, really, Tommy? Now, you had that problem kind of bad up in Power, so I need you to cut that out. But he a functioning drug addict, so hey, it is what it is. I said, I thought you're not supposed to get high on your own supply. That's what Biggie told us. But anyway, he got this map of Chicago, and he was just looking at the two biggest crews, which is CBI and Flynn, okay? And they trying to figure out basically what they got to do, okay? CBI, that's the blacks. They on the south side. Flynn controls the north side, and he wants to give the stuff to everybody, all right? And Liliana is just telling him, listen, so these people don't mingle. I don't know how it is up in New York. Okay, well, she do know how it is up in New York. Like up in New York, everybody see green is what it is. But out here in Chicago, oh no, blacks with the blacks, Latins with the Latins, whites with the whites, okay? And he was like, well, that's stupid, because I know in New York it's all about boroughs, out here in Chicago it's about blocks. And there's a lot of these crews that was been here, just like the CBI, and they're like fractured right now. So at this point, everybody just needs to come the fuck together and get this money, okay? And if they don't see that this green is what it is, they're stupid as hell. So at this point, Liliana, she's on his team, okay? She's selling, she's taking up whatever he's selling at this point, okay? He want to go to Flynn place, He already said that he been up there. She said, man, that's hard to get invited up in there, but he already got it in, okay? Meanwhile, you got, his name is Jannard, okay? I said Jannard. Could just call him Jared, okay? But Jannard is up there playing baseball with Diamond, and Diamond a little rusty or whatever. But at this point, Jannard is talking about the things that he want to do and being in the game, and he just like, stuff is not the same way that it used to be, okay? And he feels almost as if he's being belittled by his brother. Okay, he's like, you gotta respect the fact that I'm at the table too. I'm not just your little brother. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that you want to do and that kumbaya Buddha stuff that you trying to get out there, it's not gonna work right about now. You changing or whatever, but this is what's going on right here. Okay, and I've already said they shit gonna clash because Janara is trying to be like it was. Okay, and Diamond is on a whole nother level, okay? He elevated. You know, his whole thing is, I earned my seat. Diamond said, I gave you the seat. He said, it don't matter if you gave me the seat. I'm trying to keep that bitch, okay? And show that I'm supposed to have that shit, all right? And at this point, I'm just sitting here like, oh, so y'all really, is y'all about to fight? He threw that ball at my man like that. And I said, Janard, that's why your eye fucked up, okay? Because the whole time I was sitting here looking, I was like, why is his side profile looking like that? Do he got his eye like this? Whatever. And let me call you back. All right. Anyway, I apologize. I was like, why his eye look like that? The whole time I was trying to see why his side profile was like that, but I forgot that, you know, he got his ass beat up. Okay, so that's what it was. But anyway, he throwing a little tantrum, and then Ben again in the car just taping him. I said, you know, the fact that you a black officer and you are snitching and doing all this shit for the Flynn family, it don't sit well with my spirit. It feels a little bit like the black let me stop, okay, because I was about to go down some history lessons with y'all, but I don't want to bring that up, okay? I mean, it is Black History Month, y'all need to know that, but see, they was forced to do that. You not being forced to do this shit, so let me not use that example. Meanwhile, speaking of the Flynn family, you know, the whole situation with them, it's just, we get it that, you know, you want your son to control the business. At this point, the daughter has more balls, or I should say more heart than he does, to be out there in the street. She wants that type of respect. She's not getting it from the family, okay? Or at least from the dad. The brother sees what it is, but he not speaking up for her, okay? And it's bothering me. And the dad is so old-fashioned that, you know, he's talking about the Alderman problem that's going on or whatever, you know, and then gonna tell the daughter, because at first Vic said he'll go down there and talk to him. And it was like, no, take the daughter. You know, Claudia, you go down there and talk to him. And then you wear something. Don't go to his office. Let him take you out to an expensive meal, okay? Since he want to take our money, okay? You put a little bit of something on that's a little nice or whatever and put a little extra on top. I said, that whole scene, the way that he spoke to his daughter, and this is not the first time, because he even literally said, well, I don't see Vic in a skirt, okay? You know, and I'm just like, so you literally just look at your daughter as something that can be thrown at men to, like, sexually convince them, like, a sexual object. It's so disgusting the way that like she's not worth nothing. Okay, she's telling you that the business is down, you need to diversify, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to listen to her. You just want her to keep your books, okay? And you're treating her like she literally don't mean anything, like she's just one of your little hoes on the side that you go put out on the street to get your money, okay? And I just didn't like that. I said, your daughter? You gonna treat your daughter like that? You pimping her out just to get product or whatever, your money back? It was disgusting to me. Meanwhile, Vic over there, going over there to Gloria. Gloria looking at this headstone. It's her mama headstone, and apparently Vic went and got it. We found out that Vic got the approval for him, or I should say the blessings from her mother about them being together. She was like, yeah, that's because you said that you was going to take care of me and take care of the situation, but you ain't done nothing, okay? Basically, Vic needs to be a man. She wants him to be a man, all right? Stand up to your father. Say exactly what it is that you want to do and do that, okay? And she just like, I don't know what's going on. Because he talked about something, let's wait. Can you wait on me? I saw you with oh boy. She said, and he was like, well, can you wait on me, like, till I get the shit together? I said, you know what? In most of these cases, you can't wait on a woman, but you want the woman to wait on you. Okay, we supposed to just sit back and just wait until you get your stuff together. No, I'm not going to put my life on hold because you ain't got your shit together. Meanwhile, you got Tommy and Liliana, they going over there to meet up with Flynn and his man, the one with the mustache, okay? And he was like, I told this man to leave town. I just don't understand why he's still here. They're like, let's just hear him out, okay? So they finna do this deal. They looking at Liliana, oh, so this your backup, huh? You know, Tommy, he's still probably a little lit from the little bump that he did, okay? Meanwhile, him and Flynn having a little conversation, and he basically told him, you need to do the coke, okay? You selling the pills, everybody know that or whatever. And he said, listen, if I was going to do the coke or whatever, sell that type of drugs, I'd go to the CBI. Tommy called his ass out and said, now, boy, now, man, you know damn well you wouldn't do no deals with the blacks, okay? You don't like the blacks like that. You know, you can't tell the difference between BLM or BET. I said, look at you, Tommy. You know, he was trying to connect with him, talking about something. You Irish too. I can see it up in your eyes. Tommy said, listen, I'm a mutt. So we're not going to do that right about now. We talking about this whole situation. And so, you know, meanwhile, while they doing that, old boy over there talking to Liliana, asking her all these questions. What happened to your face? What happened to yours? What happened to yours, bitch? You know, do you always answer a question with a question? Do I? You know, all of this stuff. And then had the nerves to ask her out on a date. She said, if you shave the mustache, maybe. I said, Liliana, you trying to get a sugar daddy? Because I just don't see it. I told y'all, you know, she's just a trisexual, try anything, bitch. You know, she's just trying to survive. That's what she is. Meanwhile, so Flynn, he decided to, okay, we'll go ahead and do it your way for right now. And he put Vic with him, okay? And so they go on the first stop. They go on the first stop. Mind you, Tommy is up there riding Vic about, you know, oh, y'all scared to work with the black people and all this stuff. He was like, listen, I ain't scared of the blacks, okay? You ain't want to say it. You know, like, you know, it's his daddy that got issues with black people, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's that old Irish, the segregation. You know, oppressed people want to oppress other people. You know what I'm saying? Because the Irish was oppressed over there in Europe, all right? You come over here, you get freedom, and then all of a sudden you get somebody else that you feel is inferior to you and you want to oppress them. Girl, hurt people hurt fucking people. And I said, get the fuck out of it, all right? But they're going to drop some stuff off and make a deal with this dude named Colin at this art gallery. Soon as we get up in there, we hear the techno music, right? He is DJing, and there's a woman on the floor talking about something. What the fuck did you give me? My heart is racing. I said, oh, girl, put your titty away, okay? I said, this don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, it's another guy standing there, and I'm like, you're not going to help the girl? You're not going to help the girl? You know, they trying to tell him to calm down and turn that shit off, and, you know, Tommy like, listen, I don't feel, he didn't want to do the deal with this man because, first of all, he's getting hot, too. That's why he was so amped up, okay? He high as hell as too, and he telling old girl, Tommy's telling old girl, I'm gonna get you out of here, just hold on or whatever, you know. And Tommy was like, let's go. He didn't want to do the deal with dude. First of all, you're not clear-headed, so I don't want to do that. Next thing you know, he pulled out a gun talking about some, come back here, this what we do or whatever, and who the fuck is this dude up here looking at me and all this shit. And I said, you're high as hell and you're just shaking and everything, and you got this gun and you really think you're gonna do something? And he was like, Fat Tony, do what you gotta do. Because Tommy pulled the gun out on Fat Tony. He was like, first of all, you ain't even fat. Fat Tony said, I'm on keto. I don't know why that shit was funny, but it was, okay? It was funny to me, bitch. I cracked up, all right? Mind you, the dude is still jumping with the gun. I said, somebody shoot him in the kneecap, okay? Shoot him in the kneecap, all right, so he can calm his ass down. Meanwhile, when all that get done, baby, Vic shows that, oh, Vic got a little something in him because he knocked the gun up. It did go off, and then tumbled old boy down, and Tommy went and got Fat Tony. Fat Tony was like, hold on, I got kids. I got 4 kids. Calm the fuck down. And then it was like, you know, it's gonna be crazy trying to get a body out of here. And Fat Tony was like, listen, the freight elevator holds up to 2,000 pounds, okay? So we can go out the back. Colin was like, ain't this about a bitch? And then at this point, they was like, take the shit, and told Fat Tony to get the girl, and they go out, and Tommy told old boy told Vic to take him out. I said, what? So we ain't doing the deal. And at this point, the daddy kind of pissed off, like, what is happening? I said, you know what? this is what it is. You know, he said, listen, Tommy, if you get me to get a sit down with the CBI, Sampson, you know, because that's their last name, and we do this one deal, then we good and you get the fuck out. Tommy was like, cool. I said, oh, I don't think it's gonna go that easily, but okay. So Tommy go see Diamond. He at the boxing ring with Jannard. Okay, they doing some little training or whatever, you know, and he hit him with this whole situation about sitting down with Flynn. And of course, Jannard, because Diamond said, go ahead. Diamond said, go ahead, let's do this thing, whatever. Jannard like, hell no, we don't want to work with them or whatever. And if we do, I gotta say what I gotta say, okay? You ain't top dog. And if you want to be top dog, then you gotta you know what you gotta do. I said, what you gotta do? They was like, clear the room. I said, oh my God, y'all about to fight. No, I don't want to see this, okay? Girl, they got up in that thing. I said, Jannard, your eye, you can barely see as it is, okay? Your eye about to be fucked up. I'm just saying. And then Tommy and Elijah standing there, and he was like, you want to bet? He was like, I got 500 on Diamond. Elijah was like, no, I'm going to bet on Jannard. You know, I always trust the little guy, okay? And it was like, okay, cool, whatever. But Diamond, I mean, that nigga, but he been in prison. Okay, so he had to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. I would have put him on. I would have put my money on Diamond too, just because that's my boo and out of loyalty to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to make a change. You know what I'm saying? And his brother needs to come up with the times or whatever. But they get up in there and they boxing like Jannard tried to hit him first. Okay, I said that was a cheap shot. That was a cheap shot, but he called it like, okay, cool. You know, they started doing it. I was like, oh my God, stop it. You know, they hitting each other, bang, bang. And Jannard kind of fucked my man up in the beginning, okay? You know, hitting him all up in the sides and stuff. Next thing you know, he hit him in the face. I said, now why you do that? You trying to make his face look just like yours. I don't want that to happen. Stop that. Next thing you know, I said, baby, you see the way Jannard is guarding himself like that? I need you to do that too, okay? I know you're taller than him, but still, you got to guard yourself and guard your midsection. I know that much about boxing, okay? And so at this point, Elijah said, Jannard, let them legs fly. Tommy was like, what you mean legs fly? Next thing you know, Jannard then kicked him in the side. And he was like, that's your pineal nerve or some shit just trying to tell you to stop. Because my man kind of wobbled a little bit. But he said, listen, I ain't going to stop. And he fucked that nigga up. I said, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And see, he got self-control because he could have really put him out his misery and knocked him unconscious. But when he saw that he was on that floor and he wasn't really going to do nothing, he was really out, he let it go. I said, that's cool, baby. Let him go. You ain't got to do all of that to him. You ain't got to do all of that. You still got to remember that's your little brother. Okay? You know? And so, the meeting is it. Here go Jannard. You got the top dog seat, okay? Just remember, heavy is the motherfucking crown. Heavy is the head who wears the motherfucking crown. I said, calm down, Jannard. Calm down. Sit down, little pop-up, okay? Meanwhile, we see Claudia go meet up with this congressman, the Alderman. Girl, it made me so mad. I hate when men be disrespecting the hell out of women and just looking at them like sexual objects. But I love it when women just be like, bitch, putting them in their place, okay? Because you know, this does happen, and I'm not saying that all men do this, because we know that it ain't. It's some good men out there, but this motherfucker, I just saw it. As soon as she came up in there with her little see-through little titty stuff, you know, it was cute. It was cute. And she sat down. He was basically ignoring her. She trying to get down to the brass tacks of things, and he trying to talk about the wine and all this stuff. And she like, listen, we had this deal. You can't be changing stuff without telling my daddy what's going on. And he was like, I can do whatever the hell it is that I want to do. She was like, well, if you want to do that, them envelopes that you've been getting, they're going to be taken away from you and we can give it to other people, okay? And at this point, he was like, that's all well and good, but, you know, what you really got, I can do whatever it is that I want to do, okay? Let me tell you this little game that we playing, it's not doing nothing for me. She was like, listen, I don't play games. He said, oh, well, I can think of 3 scenarios that can end up with us fucking. And I just knew that's where it was going to go, okay? And I'm sitting here like, you really thinking that you was going to be able to bag her, all right? Talking about something we both love the same thing, pussy. And I was just like, okay, I just didn't like the way that he said it. You know, when certain people say, it just don't sound right. I just like it when, anyway, we're not going to go there. It just don't sound right, okay? I said, I like it when melanated people say puss. Okay? I'm just saying. All right, you know, he probably was going to say cock too. I just don't like that word. I don't like that word. I don't like to say cock-a-doodle-doo, bitch. All right, it just don't sit well with my spirit. All right, nigga say dick. Bitch, I said. But anyway, I just like, excuse me. She kind of looked shook for a second. But then she said, you know what? Because he was like, them little envelopes, it's what's keeping your family out of jail, okay? That's what it is. And she was like, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. She gained her composure again. And she was like, you know what? Your little daughter, she go to this school, right? She look good up in her little school uniform. It'd be ashamed if she get that shit messed up and all dirty, huh? And he looked all spooked or whatever. I said, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, cool. Well, the deal stands to stay what it is, and if anything changed, I'll let you know. She was like, all right, and threw that envelope on that table at him and walked the fuck away. I said, I know that's right, bitch. I like Claudia. All right. Meanwhile, Liliana, she's stressing Tommy trying to see, well, if you ain't finna put them drugs out there yet, give me them back, okay? Because I can do some shit with them. He like, well, why you want it? Is the person that these drugs supposed to be from, are they coming back and they looking for it? Because something a little suspicious, okay? She was like, I told you the whole story about it. He was like, but let me tell you something. I'll bag your ass out for this stuff. She was like, no. Okay. And he was like, well, go ahead and get the hell out. You know, I'm sitting here like, Liliana, what you got yourself into? Meanwhile, Tommy is out here by his car looking out by the lake, you know, and he get a text talking about they need to meet up at Dr. Parker's office, okay? And it was at the bar. This is Flynn meeting up with him, and they supposed to do this meet. They waiting on my man to get there. Flynn gonna say something. He late. Okay, he was like, hold on, and I thought he was gonna be like, this nigga working on CPT time. I was like, listen, calm down, okay, calm down, Flynn. You're giving me a little much. Now, see, at this point, Tommy's whole thing is, this is a deal that's gonna bring everybody together. We all about this paper. And he even told Flynn what he wants is to get his paper long, okay? He's trying to get money out of this. And as he keeps saying throughout the episode, I don't have to follow none of these rules that's going on up in this city because I'm not from here. I make my own rules. And I said, well, that's all well and good, Tommy, but some rules are meant to be broken and, you know, updated. But at the same time, you gotta follow some rules, and you just can't come in like a thief in the night and just take over everything because you don't know the history. Bitch, my man showed up. They talking about what's they finna do, you know, let CBI sell some drugs up there on your turf, and you do down on your turf or whatever. Y'all get 10% of the back end and give me 5% of every deal that's gone down. And Flynn was like, bitch, excuse me, that's a little pricey, but why? Girl, Tommy had to remind him, now, I already heard that your business ain't going as good as it been, okay? Like, the sales kind of been down. The numbers been dropping, like, droop, you know what I'm saying? Just like your lung capacity at this point. Because we don't know what's going on with Flynn and his health, all right? And I'm just sitting here like, oh, what's finna happen? Next thing you know, Flynn, he just started mouthing off and, you know, talking about Diamond and his people, you know, pissed off at Diamond because Diamond people or him, you know, came at Paulie's. That's the guy name with the mustache that was sitting next to him. Paulie's wife, and, you know, attacked her or had attacked them, and his wife wound up getting injured. You know, glass got all up in her face. She had to get 52 stitches. I said, what, you was just talking to Liliana trying to get her on a date, and your wife's still there? She's still alive? She's still with us? I mean, you know, them gangsters, they always fucking around with a bitch on the side. But anyway, I said, oh, so this is what's going on. This is why you can't stand black people. And it was like, no, that's not necessarily it. It's just ingrained racism up in there. You know, typical shit. Okay, typical shit. Let me tell you something. Chicago is a racist city. Y'all just might not think that, but Chicago is really a racist city, okay? Y'all seen Love is Blind, the new season. That Shayna girl, Chicago, racist, allegedly. Okay, she just gave up all the teeth and they had behind what? Religion. Okay, moving on from that, girl, he was like, Diamond said, listen, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I ain't apologized for it because I ain't had nothing to do with that. Neither did my crew have anything to do with that. And did he even tell y'all about the fact Vic, that he put 9 of my dudes in the ground and I ain't even retaliate. He was like, you ain't retaliate because you know I would have put 19 more in there. He was like, I ain't retaliate because I ain't do shit. Okay? But he was like, listen, I'm finna work with y'all. I was like, you know what, Flynn? You already knew that you weren't doing it. Why you wasting our time? He was like, Tommy was like, you fucked up this big old deal. You don't know what you're doing. He was like, it's about history. Okay? I said, you know what? Something, you know, they're trying to erase history. Why don't you do the same thing? Okay, you don't want to listen. Vic is trying to tell you, listen, daddy. Okay, or as they say, da. Okay, listen, da. This is gonna make us extinct if we don't do this. Okay, we need to get back up in the game. All right, we ain't got shit going right now. We looking like a laughing stock. Damn daddy. He thinking about the Italians and the Polish and what they'll think if he start working with the blacks. I said, you know what? This wow. I said, come on, we can't just green. I thought we all saw green. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I guess it does have a color other than green. I don't understand it. You know. Next thing you know, Tommy went out there to talk to Damon. Damon was like, I knew this was gonna happen, and he drove off. Meanwhile, while Tommy was going to his car, we see these 2 agents up in the car. I'm pretty sure they was FBI or whatever, and they filming Tommy taking pictures and shit, thinking that he Flynn's new guy or whatever. And I think Tommy saw them in his rearview mirror, in his side mirror. I said, oh shit. He said, this, you gotta be kidding me. These motherfuckers. I said, Tommy finna get that ass. Oh, I'm sorry. So as Tommy pulls off, this Mercedes G-Wagon come up behind him, and I was like, oh my God, maybe that's Flynn, not Flynn, but Vic, because you know Vic is all the way down for trying something new, and it is the kids that want to try something new. Like, we gotta push more than pills if we want to get back up in the game, because we gotta diversify. Okay, we have to diversify our portfolio. But no, it wasn't Vic, it was Claudia. Claudia was like, listen, what you doing here? Why you still here? Okay. And you know, Tommy said what it was. He trying to get as much money as he can, and he trying to basically rule the city. I said, I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, you're gonna get your paper, but you're gonna make people scared of you, and that's cool. That's cool. That's what I feel like he want. Like, he want to be the main dude, you know, supplier and all that shit. But at this point, you know, they looking at each other, and Tommy was all up in her face so intently or whatever. And she was like, you know, he said, but I do know that your daddy got you in a position that you shouldn't be in. Okay, you need to be out here in the street running these things. Okay, and I said, you know what, Tommy peep game, he peep talent, he know what it is. Okay, and I was just like, oh, what y'all about to do? Y'all about to do it? Because I know Claudia like a little puss on the side or whatever, but she could be a little bisexual, okay? And I'd be here for it if Tommy and her get, that'd be dangerous, okay? Let me not put that up in the air. Let me take that back, because I feel like that'd be some dangerous stuff that happened. They'll probably wind up fucking each other up, okay? You know, like, she feel like the female Tommy a little bit to me, okay, because she likes to take risks, and she already told Tommy, listen, you a little bit behind, okay, you trying to get my daddy to do the coke or whatever. I got a whole nother thing that's coming on that's I'm finna run myself, okay, and it's something new, you know. And I was like, all right, Miss Claudia. Girl, next thing you know, we see Elijah going over there to Jannard talking about something. What's up, champ? Here comes the champ. What? I said, he got his ass beat. Elijah said, can you believe Diamond fell for it? I see how you let him take that fall, and you took that fall to make it look like he did something. I said, wait a minute. See, Jannard, you really just want me to be... my man needs to come and whoop your ass again, okay? I don't care if you want to say that you threw that fight. He just needs to come and whoop your ass again, because what you doing is just... it's the typical... You know, my big brother or this person was in charge. They go to jail. I had a little freedom because I was running things, and now they came back and they took their spot back. And now it's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Am I not nothing? So let me go against the grain and go against the family and try to be the top dog. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's going to be division. And Elijah said, you know, half going to go with you and half going to go with Diamond. And Jannard said at the end of the day, they all gonna basically end up with me. I said, what you trying to say? This your brother. Meanwhile, Claudia up in there with that girl. I said, is that your new girlfriend or is that just your plaything? Okay. But she talking about going into business with the girl. The new product that they got, you know, she said it's so crazy that it took the FDA 3 tries to test it 3 times to see that it's a chemical in there that's close to cocaine. I said, what the fuck y'all doing over there? I don't see. This is why I'm scared to do hardcore drugs. I can never, because I'm just too scared. I don't know what's going. Listen, I feel like y'all with this. I don't know what's. I don't know. Okay, like people can tank that shit and just. Oh my god! I said, what is it? And then she was like, she kind of discovered it or whatever from a diet pill or whatever. I said, huh? Oh, okay. So y'all gonna run this shit together? She said, listen, this ain't no Flynn shit. This ain't no Daddy Flynn shit. This me and your shit. I said, oh, okay. Girl power. Girl, what? Okay. Meanwhile, Tommy is out there. And of course, he's, always overlooking some water or some shit. And he was looking at that card, that spider emblem, okay, that was on the Coke, that package of Coke that they selling. And so he gets a text message. I said, is that Lobo's? Is that Lobo stuff? I don't know. It seems familiar. Like we should know this from Power. It makes me want to go back to Power and just go skim through all the shits or whatever, or look it up on Google. But anyway, he get a text message from Gloria because Gloria had saw him coming out the building from that meeting with Flynn, and she was like, "Oh, so I see what you do now." He said, "It ain't hard. You ain't act. So what's the problem?" She texted him asking, "Hey, you up?" He was like, "Always. You want some company? Always." Okay. She come over there and they proceed to have sex in the window. And that's how the episode ends. I said, all right. It was cute. I liked the episode. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. And I will see you guys later. Peace.